The Kia EV6 has a new software update for October 2023, which I'm going to apply now. But before that, let's go to Setup and General and check out the existing version for everything. As you can see, the last time it was updated was on the 22nd of July, 2023. And these are the versions for software, firmware, navigation, and map. I will take a screenshot here and then we will compare it with the new ones. As always, the USB stick has to be plugged into the USB A port because on the EV6, USB-C ports are only for charging. As you can see, it is reading it and it says there is a new update available for October 10th, 2023. Now, I'm going to say update after vehicle is turned off. Tap OK. And it's just telling me that the update has been successfully scheduled. If the update memory makes me laugh, why can't you just say USB stick? That's what update memory is. If the update memory is removed or the battery is low, the car battery is low, the update will be canceled. Okay. Now, let's turn the car off. When you select Install Now, the screen will turn off and the navigation update will start. Navigation will turn off automatically after the update. So I can either tap Install Now or just tap Later and it will just start later. But I'll just say Now. The software update took almost an hour to complete. I got a notification on the Kia Connect app as expected. Alright, it says this is the version, and for more details on what was installed, go into details. And here you get the details of what the new software update has to offer. You can also go to update.kia.com and just check what the new update has to offer, even ahead of applying it. All this information is there. It's just confirming everything we already know. Now, let's go back to Setup and General, and now compare the software update. As you can see, it's updated on October 29th, 2023. And now these are the software, firmware, navigation, and map versions. As you can see, software version is October 10th, 2023. Firmware version is September 11, 2023. And then navigation version is September 6th of 2023. And then the map version. If you accidentally close the What's New window or just don't remember what kind of improvements were installed with this software update or any software update, go to Setup, General, System Info, What's New. You can either just scroll through the improvements or scan this QR code with your phone or tablet to read at your convenience. We will now go through the software improvements that were installed with this particular software update. The first one, it talks about the comparison of different routes. So it's kind of like Google Maps, where you're already going somewhere and it gives you alternate routes with the box showing if it's going to be quicker or slower. And I actually saw it while driving and took a picture. This is what it looks like. The second one doesn't apply to me, at least in the Toronto area, but it is to automatically close the windows when you are entering a tunnel. We do not have tunnels over here. But for the settings, you go to Vehicle, and then Climate, Recirculate Air, and this is where you will find this feature. I didn't really care about disabling it because it doesn't hurt me, but it's there if I was to ever enter a tunnel. Next up are the sounds of nature. To access them, just go to the media panel here and tap Media, and it will bring up whatever you used last. Tap it again and it will give you the media sources. Tap Sounds of Nature. If you have never updated the software on your EV6, all of this will be very unfamiliar. But if you have been periodically updating the software, you will know that the last 4 are the new additions of spring, summer, autumn, and winter. Let me play them for you. I'm going to bring the volume up. My wife loves them. We usually just play this when driving, not music. So, yeah, I'm guessing a majority of the people don't really care about it, but there is a small percentage of people that actually like it. Next, we have the new options for the split screen. For that, I am going to tap this search button and type split. You don't even have to type the whole thing. We have the options. Tap the first one and you will see the options you can pick for the split screen. These are your options. The new one is the charging station information and the electricity use. These are the 2 new options. I did not select either of them. Charging station was by default turned off and electricity use was by default turned on. You can rearrange them from here if you want to. Whatever you like, whatever you please, you can do that. Map and radio for some reason cannot be disabled. They are on by default. And as you can see, compass, weather, clock, these are my options. Now, let's take a look at them in action. So, go to map, and then I'm going to tap this little arrow on the right edge, which will bring out the split screen. Now, this is something that should have come from the factory with the car. I personally don't care, but a lot of people like to monitor their energy use, especially when driving longer distances. And the reason you see the electric motor at 0 is because, well, we're not driving. Climate control is at 0 because I'm recording. And to avoid ambient noise, I have to keep the climate control turned off. Let me turn it on. Too high, and 23 degrees Celsius, and it's going to start climbing. There you go. Anyways, let's turn it off. See how loud it got. Lastly, we have the numeric pad that has been added to the radio for quickly changing your radio stations. For that, I'm just going to come down here and tap radio. And as you can see, we have a keypad here. We were just looking at 99.9. I can tap here and just type 104.5 and tap OK. There you go. Well, this is useful for passengers because as a driver, if I ever listen to radio, I just have to tap the talk button, press it, and just say the frequency and it automatically switches to it. But something nice to have. This, what is this icon? SoundHound or SoundCloud? I can't say. But anyways, additional setup is required for this. There are 2 things that are not on this list. One is the pop-up for Android Auto. I'm not an iPhone user, so I don't know how it will work with Apple CarPlay. But at least for Android Auto, now when you connect your phone to the car, you get a pop-up message that you can just tap and launch Android Auto instead of going through the menu and selecting Android Auto. So I'm going to plug my phone in now. Here's the pop-up message. It recognizes my phone, gives me an option to go to Android Auto, and here it is. If I don't do it, it will just stay on this native infotainment screen. So I'm just going to let it go. By default, I have Android Auto to launch automatically, so I don't have to deal with this. To find out how, if you browse my channel, you'll see a video that talks about how to make Google Maps full screen. In that video, I talk about how to make it launch automatically as well. The second thing is the volume control. If you are a Kia EV6 owner, you know that the volume goes all the way up to 70. And to be able to listen to anything, you have to turn it up to 40. That has now changed with this software update. Now it goes up to 45. And at 30, it's a very reasonable and decent sound. And even if you turn it up all the way to 45, the sound stays crisp. It doesn't get as loud as it did before, but it's loud enough. I feel the sound quality has also improved, although there's nothing in the software update that says that they've done anything to do that. But it does definitely feel like it has improved. So I'm just going to play a video to show you. Obviously, you can't judge the quality of the audio, but you'll see how far the volume goes up now. Today we're taking a look at my 2022 Kia EV6 long-range all-wheel drive GT Line Package 2. Price tag $64,345 Canadian dollars. 20, you can still hear something. $2,000 in freight, $250. 10, you can still hear something. 5, you can still hear. Before you couldn't hear anything at 5 or 10 or 20. Rebates. Before any rebates, this car in Ontario at 13% 30 is a decent sound. Cost just under $73,000 Canadian. Here's the remote. I hope you found the video useful, and if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, comment, share, and thank you for watching.